Dhamma. And more, but this is very rare. But most of the time, if it is Sakin, it goes with Kasra. For example, Lamma yadkulil, yadkulil iman. So you put the Kasra. Most of it, I told you the rule. As-sakinu idha hurrika bil kasra. But sometimes Fatha and sometimes Dhamma, they are added. Okay.
Like ala Allah, so when is the ya removed?
You see, remember, writing was invented afterwards. The first thing was language is spoken. It was a spoken language. Later on, they developed writing. All languages initially they are dialects. They are dialects. Dialects means without any, they are not written. In India, about 800 languages are spoken. 14 of them are the official languages of India. If you, Indian rupee, 1 rupee, if you see a note, 1 rupee, it is written on the note. 1 rupee in 14 languages. You have Indian rupee? I thought you were checking whether. So Indian rupee, it says in 14 languages. So out of 800 dialects, 14 are official languages, and I think about 100 are written. So Arabic also, very few people in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam were able to write it. 17 Sahaba only. 17 Sahaba were able to write. But, in the time of Abu Bakr Siddiq and in the time of Umar Khattab, people started immediately, thousands and thousands, they started learning how to write. And the language was developed. And then they invented within 100 years, punctuations and the dots and Dhamma and Kasra and Fatha and Tashdid and Jazm and the circle indicating the end of ayah and mad, small mad, big mad, all these signs were invented. That is how the writing skills were developed. Okay, go to the example number 4. Hurrima alaykum saydul barri. Hurrima. Actually, it was harrama. Harrama, write down here. Harrama became hurrima. Harrama became hurrima. And Sayyid al-Bar, Sayyid al-Barri, Sayyid al-Barri became Sayyidul Barri. So when you are going for Hajj or Umrah, and if you are hunting, you are in the state of Ihram, you cannot hunt. You cannot hunt. It is haram for you to hunt. Sayyidul Barri. But in the ocean you can have fishing, no problem. But you cannot have hunting on the ground, in the desert. So hurrima. Go to the next, number 5. Qutila ashabul ukhdud. Qatala became qutila. Write down. Qatala became qutila. And ashaba became ashabu. 2 changes. Tawheed. 2 changes. Qatala became qutila and ashaba became ashabu.
Is the translation correct? Or will to the makers of the pit of fire? Or is it anab? What is anab?
Annar is the sifa of Ughdud. That's why it is also majroor. Mawsuf and sifa, they always have the same era. So the pit was made of fire. The pits, Ughdud are the plural of pits. Example number 6. Zulzilatil ardu. It was zalzalat. Write down zalzalat became zulzilat. Zalzalat became zulzilat. Zalzalat became zulzilat. Yes. You see here the ta. Ta, got kasra to join with alif lam. Very good. Zulzilatil ardu. Example number 7. Qada became qudiya. Qada became qudiya. Qudiya al-amru. Amra became amru. Amra became amru. The last example. Qatala became qutila. Majhul. Active verb became passive verb. Qatala became qutila. And al-Qarrasin. Qarrasin became Qarrasoon. Who are Qarrasoon, Tayyib?
People who make up stuff inside their minds.
These are the pseudo-intellectuals, all philosophers, from Spinoza till Russell, all Qarrasoon. And what is his name? The famous of our time, Hopkins. These are all, they will go into hellfire because they don't believe in God, they don't believe in any religion, they are atheists, and they say these speculators, those who make assumptions, conjecturers, Qutila al-Kharrasun. Actually, khars, listen to me. Khars. When somebody was selling a land, old times, what they were doing, they were taking a stone and throwing. So wherever the stone ends, okay, I sold the land up to that point. So there was always dispute about it. Why? Because sometimes the wind was favorable, sometimes the stone was small, sometimes the wind was big, and sometimes the man who was throwing, he had big arms and he was expert, sometimes, So it was all guess. And then they used to fight. I got less land, you got more land. So there were disputes because they had no measurement. They were not measuring things. That's why Allah said, قُتِلَ الْخَرَّاسُونَ. About God, about hereafter, about the day of judgment, about oneness of God. They speculate that there will not be any day of judgment, there is no God, there is no creator. All these intellectuals and pseudo-intellectuals, they are cursed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قُتِلَ الْخَرَّاسُونَ. Kharrasoon is mubalagha. Look at here. Look here. Kharras means is mubalagha. Kharras is mubalagha. From kharis. Kharrasoon. And the plural is Kharrasoon. and it became Kharasin. Kharasin. This is here. Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina. Kharasuna, Kharasina, Kharasina. Kharasuna, Kharasina, Kharasina. Go to the next page. Kuzziba. It was Kazzaba. Kazzaba became Kuzziba, and Rusulan became Rusulun. Yuhzamu. It was Yahzamu. Sayuhzamu. Yahzamu became Yuhzamu. And Jama'a became Jam'u.
The sign of ya, not sin.
Sin is the word for future.
Yes, so in Arabic ya.
Yeah. Yahzamu. Sin means very soon, very soon, soon. Yursalu. It was it was Yursalu. It was Yursilu. Yursilu became Yursalu. Shuwazan became Shuwazun. Yarifu became Yorafu. Yarifu became Yorafu. You see, one of the scholars, he was invited to Texas. So he came from Pakistan to Texas. So at the airport there was one man to receive him, but he did not see him before. So his name was Dr. Ghazi. Dr. Ghazi. He arrived at the airport, and he said, the man who was there to receive him, immediately he came in front of him, he said, Dr. Ghazi, and he hugged him. So he wondered, he said, how come you recognized me? So he said, Yuraful mujrimuna bisima. Yuraful mujrimuna bisima.
Joking?
He was joking. He said, Yuraful mujrimuna bisima.
That's bad, yeah. Sounds like something that Abdul Jabbar would do.
Yes, he's very smart, very smart. MashaAllah. We can write a book about his jokes and his wit
Yes.
and his irony.
Very sharp, very sharp.
Abdul Jabbar, Imam Abdul Jabbar, he's in Bayshore, Long Island. He is so witty, so witty. He can write a whole book, how he twists the words and how he makes the fun. And he uses the ayat of Quran and ahadith. So he's very much knowledgeable.
Like we pull out a quote from the Quran for anything. And it'll be very different from what the actor really means.
Okay. Now, lesson number 99. Now this is, listen to me, there are 8 rules. There are 8 rules. I want to there are 8 rules, and I want you to be master on 99. I said earlier, Suleiman, Ibrahim, Adnan, Jawad, Luqman, everybody, and Rehan. You see, there are two lessons very important after 12. 34 and 99. 34 and 99. 34 speaks about the rules of Jumla Ismiya. And 99 speaks about the rules of Fa'liya. Lesson number 12, lesson number 34, and lesson number 99. So this all day today, we will not have anything except 99, lesson number 99. There are 8 rules. The first four rules are easy, but the other 4 rules are difficult. Okay. You are on page 551, lesson number 99. Rule number 1, write down rule number 1. It is there in your book. Highlight this line. The sentence that begins with the verb is called the verbal sentence. Jumlatun fa'liyatun. Jumla fa'liya. Look at the following examples. Ya'muru masajidallahi. Write down ya'muru is a verb. Masajida is maf'ul bihi, object. Write V and O. Kallama. Kallama is V. Write down V here. Kallama is V. Write down in the book itself. Kallama is V. Allahu is subject and Musa is object. Kallama Allahu Musa. Allah spoke to Moses. Now, example C. Sariqatil mar'atu. Sariqat. Look at sariqat means she committed a theft. Al mar'atu. Al mar'atu is subject, fa'il, marfu. Kharajat. Kharajat is verb and kharajat is feminine. Kharajat means came out. Banatu. Banatu, girls. Banatu is fa'il. Marfu. Banatu. Is it clear? The school girls came out. Nasma'u. Noon. Noon means we. We listen. Ad-darsa. Ad-darsa is object. Noon is fa'il. Noon is fa'il. Verb and pronoun, they are attached together. Ad-darsa is object and maf'ul bihi, that's why it is mansoob. Bi raghbatin wa nishatin. That is majroor because of bi. Bi raghbatin wa nishatin. We listen to the lesson with great desire and eagerness. Nishat is not eagerness, but nishat means comfortable and enjoying, in the state of, enjoy. I don't know you enjoy or not, but I try to, enjoy while teaching. Eh? No, there is no object. Noon is fa'il, nasma'u is a verb, ad-darsa is object, maf'ul bihi, mansoob, ad-darsa. And B is harf jar, and it is making both of the nouns majroor. So now note here, you see rule number 1. Let me explain to you. Highlight, you see ya'muru, kallama, sariqat, kharajat, nasma'u. All of them begins with verb. Rule number 1, all these 5 sentences, all these 5 sentences